Go ahead and begin. I am not a historian, but what I would say is that for Chinese and Chinese Americans, that there are three phases of their contributions to the United States. Phase one is building the railroad. Phase two is World War II and all the contributions made by Chinese Americans at home and abroad in the war effort. Phase three is after World War II, because in World War II, based upon the contributions of the Chinese Americans in World War II, they opened up all the opportunities for future generations. So when we look back at phase one, which is building the railroad, clearly the Chinese workers demonstrated their skills, their competencies, courage, and heroism. In phase two, all the Chinese Americans that were in the armed forces, all the Chinese Americans at home in the war effort demonstrated, again, their skills, their competencies, courage, heroism, but there was an additional element, and that is patriotism in the war effort. And of course, that enabled phase three, which opened up the opportunities, and of course today, all the Chinese Americans have gotten into the mainstream of the United States. Tom Brokaw of NBC, you may have heard of him, he characterized the World War II generation as our greatest generation. And sir, you were a part of that generation, and you ably demonstrated your flying skills and competency, your courage and heroism. You were a leader. You set the example, and you paved the way for the future generations. Let me now talk about the history of the United States Army. The United States Army was really founded in 1775, prior to the Declaration of Independence. In 1989, 214 years after the establishment of the Army appointed its first Chinese American Major General. And I was honored and privileged to be that first Chinese American to wear the two-star rank of a Major General. But it could not have happened without the legacy of all the Chinese American airmen, soldiers, sailors, and Marines who demonstrated their skills, their competencies, courage, heroism, as well as their sacrifices. And so today, as the first Chinese American to wear the rank of two-star general, I'd like to make a special presentation to you for setting the example and paving the way. As they say in the Army, attention to orders, which means standing at attention while I read the inscription. To Moon Chen, legendary pilot, the most distinguished Chinese American aviator and aviation pioneer of our greatest generation, a true American hero. Signed with great respect and deep admiration, William S. Chen, Major General, U.S. Army. So I would like to present this to you. Congratulations. Maybe now we can turn this around and then take a picture.
Yes.